Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are going over the top 5 most popular and highest volume penny stocks on the OTC market right now. This is a great way that I have found some very short-term plays. I've come up on hundreds and hundreds of percents simply from this very simple method of looking for stocks that have a super low price with super high trade volume that seem to really just be picking up momentum. Now, of course, these are the most risky of the most risky stocks. So if you do decide to invest in any stocks that I may just mention in this video, make sure you know your own investments and only make investments based off of your own research. These videos are for entertainment purposes only, and I am not a financial advisor. So with that being said, if you do want access to this information, as I do get it, if you want access to my trades, my trade alerts, if you want access to my portfolio, if you want early access to these videos, as well as a daily newsletter that I write every single morning, go down to the link in the description. It'll bring you over to my Patreon, and that's where I'm fully transparent with all that info. Also, if you are looking to get 2 free stocks valued all the way up to $1,850, go down to the referral link down below. It'll bring you over to Webull, deposit $100, and that's exactly what you will get. But with that being said, I'm going to pull it up here. Let's jump into OTCmarkets.com and let's see what some of these highest share volume stocks are going to be. Now, these are going to be stocks, again, that are super low price, that have super high share volume, and I really do love finding stocks through this method because it allows me to find stocks that really just seem to be just gaining momentum that we can get in, get out on. Like I said, some of these are hard to get in and out of just because they are so small in price, but they can lead to some great plays. I found DRNK, I found ECEZ, I found EEENF, I found AABB in here actually. I found HCMC through this. And so I've made probably maybe close to 700, 800% gains total from all of these stocks within here, including the losses that we have taken. Now, of course, that stop loss is kicking in, but it has been a great run. So first and foremost, we are going to go over number 1 at the moment being NUUU. Now the stock price is sitting at about 0.0022 at a 42% loss today through $4 million in volume and 1.7 billion share volume, and they have 3,100 trades. So this is definitely one that we can see a super low price but super high share volume, pretty good, decent, dollar volume compared to the stock price itself. So let's go ahead, let's check them out, let's see what they do, and then we'll get an idea of what this company may have, if there's potential, if there's a short-term trade here, or if there's anything that might interest any of us, right? So this is going to be Rejuval Biosciences Inc. Now, NASA technology partner that they are, that's pretty cool. Rejuval Biosciences Inc. has one wholly owned subsidiary, Zero Gravity Sciences Inc. Now, Zero Gravity Sciences is a joint venture with Brand Labs USA, and they hold an exclusive NASA worldwide patent agreement for manufacture of skincare, hair care, and hemp topical products using NASA zero gravity bioreactor technology. Now, I actually do not know that a lot of this zero gravity technology is really just starting to catch on. I've been hearing about it a little bit every now and then amongst penny stock communities, certain penny stocks that do things such as this, just a little bit different. So I'm actually excited to see what this company's potential is. So I'm going to go ahead, I have StockTwits pulled up right here, and I don't think StockTwits is the best due diligence source ever. I don't think it's where you should go if you're going to do research and decide if you're going to invest in a company, but I do think it's important, especially with penny stocks that are going to be this low in price, to get an idea if people are actually interested in it. One thing we see in penny stocks is they tend to be kind of popularity contests, right? Whatever stocks are really starting to pick up in popularity, we'll really see their stock price get pushed up. Well, as we can see here, the message volume is increasing dramatically, about 260%. The amount of watches that they have is growing. The last time I actually checked this was, I think it was 1,400. So they have picked up a good bit of watches over the last few days here. So I'm very excited to see what exactly is going to happen with this stock itself. If I do go out to the weekly, just to kind of get an idea of how the stock has moved, it does seem like they picked up some momentum around this time here. But even at that point, no one was really talking about them too much. It seems like they're really just starting to get traction. They're just starting to gain some popularity in a sense. And so this could be one to watch out, because you never know if it really does just catch on out of nowhere. We could see a little short-term play that's not really backed by any technicals. It's not really backed by any fundamentals. But whenever it comes to these really small penny stocks, you don't necessarily need that every time to have a nice short-term play, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump back over here. My goal with these videos is just to introduce you to these companies and let you know if I think it's interesting or not, and then you guys do the rest of your due diligence on it. As of course, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So here we are next Next up, we have CBD Life Sciences Inc. This is actually a company I've been following up with pretty often. The first time that I introduced them to the channel was in my very last one of these videos, and they are up about 90% since that video. So I'm definitely happy to see them making progress. Well, this is just going to be your CBD, your typical company. They focus on things such as CBD drops, pain relief creams, anxiety and sleep supplements, CBD brain boost coffee, weight loss coffee. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Now, of course, we can see that they have been gaining momentum significantly. When I made my last video on them, they only had 1,000 watchers. So it is nice to see them really catching up, and people are starting to catch on to this company because, of course, cannabis companies are really growing in popularity, as we're seeing a lot of legalization right now, as we're seeing a lot of these different other cannabis companies performing well. Everyone's looking for that next one up, and who knows, CBDL could be just that. We can see here that message volume has been doing pretty good recently. I mean, of course, it did kind of fall off, but the price in itself has been doing quite well this week. I mean, it was on a bit of a downtrend from what I remember over the last couple of days, but let's go ahead. I'll either go here or I'll go back up. Yeah, it was not doing too much over the last couple of days, but then we can see that today it's absolutely climbed, being up about 46%. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on. I know I personally will be starting a position into them, a little short-term trade with a tight stop loss, just to kind of see what happens. If you do want to know when I will be doing that, again, head down to the link in the description. It'll bring you over to Patreon. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into number 3, and let's see what the next most popular current stock in the OTC market is based off of share volume. So here we are, and we are looking at UBQU. Now, I have tried time and time again to say this name, and it just doesn't work. So we're just going to call them UBQU. So UBQU is going to be a software corporation, and that through its subsidiaries is a dynamic multimedia, multifaceted corporation utilizing state-of-the-art global internet marketing, direct response television, radio, and traditional marketing to drive traffic to the new and emerging multi-billion-dollar industries. The company focuses on hemplifetoday.com and the exciting and dynamic new thinking in the world today that recognizes the important health and life-enriching enhancement that CBD oil from the hemp plant can bring. Hemp Life Today is known for developing the purest and most potent CBD hemp-derived products available, and owns a proprietary CBD brand, Canna ZALL. All of their products from hemplifetoday.com are grown and extracted from their network of domestic and European growers, specializing in 100% organic, non-GMO practices. I'm probably going to fast forward that. So whenever it comes to this company, it does seem like they have their hand in a little bit here. I would say that the excitement has been coming from this hemplifetoday.com aspect of their business. I think a lot of people are excited to see what the potential of it is. I mean, they're making some broad claims here. That's why I kind of giggled when I read it. I want to go ahead and I actually want to find it again because it was, here we go. They're known for developing the purest and most potent CBD hemp-derived products available. So they're making some big claims, so I think a lot of people are curious, like, okay, are they just, blowing smoke, or are they genuinely that good? Because if that's the case, who knows, we might see this thing's stock price absolutely fly up. So if we do go ahead and just take a look at what exactly its stock has been doing, the stock price is super duper low at 0.0008, but we have seen them grow about 60% today through $700,000 in dollar volume and 1 billion share volume at only 652 trades. So of course, not the biggest stock ever at the moment, but it does seem like they're really starting to catch momentum, and at a super low stock price, if they are even able to catch up to CBDL or NUUU, I mean, that's right there is already 3xing an investment. So those are the type of stocks that you can see as they're gaining momentum, as their share volume is increasing, as the amount of people keeping an eye on them does increase, then of course the potential for a quick little short-term shot could always be a good idea. Now, like I said, and I'm going to keep reiterating it, these are risky. These are the most risky stocks in the market. So if you're going to do this, they will move not based off of fundamentals half the time. They will move literally off popularity sometimes. They will move for no reason sometimes, and they can crash and drop, and you will lose everything in a split of an instant for no reason. So please be careful. Know your stop losses, understand how to manage your risk, and don't invest money you want to lose or you're scared to lose. In these stocks, it's just not a good idea. Okay, next up we have HCMC. Of course, that is a company that I have been over like 30-40 times on this channel, so I don't want to go ahead and waste you guys' time on that one. For the Earth Group is one I've also went over. So next up, let's go over HAON. Now, this is Halotron Inc. I actually did hear about them yesterday, and I'm kind of upset I didn't check them out because, as we can see, they're up 32% today. But if we do, actually, let's go ahead and let's take a quick look just to kind of see what's going on with the stock. So they are at 0.0008 as well, through a 33% gain today and $600,000 volume, so nothing crazy. But they are coming up on a billion share volume so far today, which is, of course, a pretty significant amount through 532 shares. So let's check it out. Let's see what this company is all about, and let's see what they do. Well, Halotron Inc. is an equity investment holding company. The company is implementing an acquisition roll-up model of acquiring sales, marketing, and manufacturing businesses. Once acquired, the collective group of companies leverage the low-cost and efficient infrastructure that has been created. So what they focus on the most is really going to be marketing. That's something I've noticed from the company. I kind of checked them out earlier this morning, as I did get another message about them. Well, it does seem like they focus a lot on marketing, and I think that's going to be big going into the future here, especially if they do go on like the online marketing and manufacturing business. But there's not too much information about them being shared right now, but we will again go ahead. Let's take a look at the stock price. Let's see how it's moved, and of course we will check out stock twits as well. So as we can see here, the stock was pretty much consolidating, and it's been doing about the same thing for the last couple of days. This is what I mean by you got to be careful. It literally went down just 0.0001, and that's 33%. But over the week itself, this thing is up about 33%, and in the last day or two, again up about that 33 to 66% mark, just kind of depending on where you gauge it from. Now, if we do go over to stock twits just to get an idea, I do know that this is one of the kind of like the smaller ones that people are just starting to catch on to. Their market cap is only 7.8 million. Their message volume at the moment is to go up about 27%, so people are clearly starting to pay a little bit of attention to them. The price itself, of course, we did just go over, is starting to catch on, which hopefully that does continue for anyone, of course, invested into the company. And we can see that there's about 1,300 people watching it, so it's kind of your typical penny stock. It's one that's just starting to catch on. Once they kind of clear that 1,000 watchers, that's when I'll notice people are really paying attention to it, and then that's when I'll pay attention to it as well. It's crazy because usually, you know, when you're investing, everyone's just like, you know your fundamentals, understand the value of the company. But it seems like whenever you get so low in stock price that it literally just becomes who knows about it, how much are they talking about, and is there any catalyst at all that might make it pop for a couple of days, right? It's crazy. The penny stock market is just so weird, and it's such a like it makes you feel like whenever you're going through stocks like this, it's like, man, I feel like a noob investor, like a beginner investor. You know, I'm looking at stock twits, but realistically, that's the best way to gauge whether or not these stocks can actually pop for a little short-term trade or not. It's crazy. Such a weird feeling. But last and not least, we're going to go over TBEV. Now, this one's sitting at a little bit higher at about 0.0015. They're up about 36% today, which is definitely nice, at about $1 million in volume and 820 million share volume. So this is going to be a company I actually have not checked out before, so we're basically doing a little DD together, which is awesome. So this company is a holding company, as we can see here. Sick. Okay, that wasn't too much information there, but we will go ahead and I'm gonna take a little bit of a deeper dive. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull it all up and we'll get into this company. So here we are on their website, and this is gonna be a company that focuses on the selling of energy drinks. Now, it's cool that they have kind of like an energy drink, but in the what's called like a bottle shape of more kind of like your Gatorade or your Body Armor. I think that's cool. That's something I haven't really seen before. It's typically more of a can, so I will give them that. Other than that, I don't know too much about them. They are sponsoring a good few athletes, which is cool, being Brian Brahman. They have Jonas Gray, and of course we did see on the top here that they had Ryan Delaire from the Carolina Panthers. So it seems like this is a legitimate company. We can see their stock on stock twits, people are starting to pay a good bit of attention to them. What about 3,000 watchers? That is a big step up from what we have been checking out recently, which is a cool deal. We can see message volume has been increasing pretty well, and so with all of that, we can see that the stock price has also been doing pretty decent. So stocks like this one are ones that I do actually pay a lot of close attention to. This one and CBDL are two that I'll probably start a little $10, $20 position in, just to kind of see what happens. You know, it's always a good time. This is more of a way to find your YOLO plays. Whenever the stock price is so low, it can go up or it can just go straight down. There's really no reasonings as to why it will sometimes. And so one thing that I like to do is throw a little bit of money in and see what happens. So I hope you guys do enjoy these style of videos where we kind of just do a little due diligence. We just hang out. We talk about some stocks that could explode or could just absolutely crash. And I know some of you guys out there who have that, you know, that tiger in your heart that's like, y'all just YOLO some money into it. I know you enjoy these videos, so we will keep on making those. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, you can let me know, of course, by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. I post on this channel 2 to 3 times every single day, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace.